Welcome to Gentle Yoga for Your Period. My name is Adriana with NeoraFit, and today I'll be taking you through a quick, gentle yoga practice that's perfect for when you have any period discomfort or menstrual cramps. You only need one prop for today's practice. You can either use a yoga block or a small pillow, a couple of folded blankets, just anything you have on hand. We're just using it for one pose, so if you don't grab a prop, it'll still be okay. You can do the pose without it. Once you have your prop ready, put on some music, grab some water, whatever else you need to get comfortable, and we'll get started right away. We'll begin today's practice in Baddha Konasana. Bring the soles of your feet together and take your knees out to the sides. And we'll start with some hip unlocking. So place your right hand down beside you and left hand on your left thigh. Bring the heel of your hand as close to the hip crease as you can get it and point your fingers towards your knee. Then press into your palm to straighten out your left arm. Take a deep breath into your belly. And exhale, lift your core muscles just a little bit away from your thigh. Now, if that's too much, don't worry about the engagement. Just stay with the breath. And one more deep breath here. Breathe into your hip. And on your exhale, drop your left shoulder down, starting to twist towards your right knee. Inhale here, breathe into your lower back. And exhale, press through the left palm, maybe twist your chest a little closer to your right thigh. One more deep breath here, especially breathing into the left side of your lower back. And on your exhale, release your left hand and place hands on either side of the right knee. Fold with your chest reaching towards your knee. Take an even bigger breath into your left hip and the left side of your lower back. And exhale, soften your neck and your shoulders. One more breath here. And walk yourself back up and we'll switch sides. Set your left hand down next to your hip. Place your right hand on your right thigh, heel of hand close to the hip crease, fingers point towards your knee. Straighten out your right arm and arc your upper body over towards the left. Deep breath into your right hip. And exhale, contract your belly, lift your core muscles away from the hip crease. Again, if that's too much right now, don't worry about the abdominal contraction. And take one more deep breath here. And on your exhale, drop your right shoulder down, twisting your chest towards your left knee. Inhale into the right side of your lower back. And exhale, maybe drop your shoulder 1 more centimeter. And one more breath here. On your exhale, release your right hand and place both hands on either side of your left knee. Pull your chest towards your knee. Now notice if one sit bone is lifting up away from the ground. If so, back out of the pose so that both sit bones can rest on the mat. Inhale into the right side of your lower back. Exhale, maybe soften a little deeper into the folds. Let your neck and your jaw relax. Inhale into your right side. Exhale, fold 1 more centimeter or just stay where you are if the stretch is already feeling intense. And then walk yourself back up out of that. Take your hands to either sides of your knees and use your hands to close your knees back together like a book. Sit back for a moment, windshield wiper the knees side to side to let that go. Then we'll make our way into a half straddle by extending your right leg out to straight and folding your left foot in towards the right inner thigh. Set your right hand down either inside or outside of your leg, whatever feels most comfortable. Then reach out through your left fingertips. Hover your hand just a few inches from the ground and ease your right ear to right shoulder. Take a moment here to drop your chin a little towards your chest and then away from the chest. So you're just rolling forward and back, feeling for a stretch along the whole left side of your neck. Take one more little roll forward and one more roll back. And then find the spot that feels best, the angle of your chin that feels best for the left side of your neck, and pause there. Take a deep breath in. And exhale, relax your shoulders down away from your ears. And then drop your chin down towards your chest and walk your left hand to frame the right leg. So now place one hand on either side of the right leg. Inhale, reach your heart towards your toes. And exhale, soften down into a fold. And if you're able to walk your hands a little further forward while maintaining a straight spine, go for it. But otherwise, just keep your hands at a place that is manageable so that you feel a stretch in the back of your leg and maybe a little bit through the lower back. Take a deep breath into your low back. And exhale, relax your jaw. Let it go. We'll stay here for just a couple more deep breaths. Notice if your hips want to tense up, especially the left hip, and if so, let it go. That can be harder to do, easier said than done. But every time that you notice your hip tense up and you relax it, celebrate that. You're on your period. This is hard work. All right, walk yourself back up out of that and then switch sides. Fold your right leg in first and then extend your left leg straight out, right foot towards left inner thigh. And we'll start with that neck release. So left hand either inside or outside of the left leg. Reach out through your right fingertips, hover just away from the ground, and ease your left ear towards your left shoulder. And then drop your chin forward and roll it back. And keep rolling forward and back, feeling for stretching all the different muscles along the right side of your neck. When our hips are tight, a lot of time that tension is mirrored in the neck. So we're just giving your neck a little bit of extra love. And then once again, find that spot that feels like it needs it and pause there. Take a huge breath into your chest. And exhale, relax your jaw, relax your shoulders. And then drop your chin to your chest and walk your right hand to the inside of the left leg, left hand to the outside. Inhale, pull your heart towards your toes. And exhale, maintaining a long spine, come into a fold. And don't worry about touching your toes. It's not really needed. Just find a spot that feels good. Deep breath into your lower back. And exhale, soften your shoulders. Relax your jaw. Think of chocolate or whatever your go-to period food is. And let your jaw relax a little bit more. One more breath here. And after your exhale, slowly walk yourself back up to a seat. Now extend your right leg out so both legs are out into a straddle. It doesn't have to be your widest straddle in the world. Just get to a point where legs are pretty wide. Take an inhale and lift your chest. And as you exhale, walk your hands forward and hinge forward from your hips. So still you're maintaining a long spine so as not to aggravate your lower back. Don't worry about going very far. If your body wants to go far, go for it if that feels good. But once again, periods are hard work. We're not trying to strain or push or anything like that today. I'll stay here for one more slow breath. And then slowly walk yourself back out. Take your hands to the outsides of your knees. Close the knees back together and windshield wiper side to side. And then lie down on your back. My favorite part of class. Once you're laying on your back, have your knees bent, feet flat, and just make sure that your prop, whatever you grabbed, is arms reach away. So if it's not, go ahead and grab it and then come back to lying down. Take a second to settle and feel for your hips settling into the earth. Then walk your feet to the sides of the mat and let your knees fall in against each other. Lay your hands on your belly and breathe. So the goal here is for your sacrum, that bony triangular plate at the base of your spine, for that bone to just drop into the mat. And sometimes the warmth of your hands can feel pretty good on your belly. And if that's not the case, if your hands are cold or something, you can relax your arms by your sides, whatever's comfortable. And we'll stay here for just one more deep breath. And after your exhale, walk your feet back in so they're hip width apart and grab your prop. We'll come into a supported bridge. Press into your feet and lift your hips up off the mat. Then place the block at whatever height feels appropriate or whatever your props are. Find a height that feels good in your hips, that's not too intense, and it should feel pretty comfortable. And let your arms relax by your sides. Let your hips settle onto your support. And feel for a stretch in the front of your hips and in your belly. If the stretch feels too intense, definitely back out of it. We won't be here for too long, just 3 slow breaths. Take a deep breath into your belly. And exhale, relax your hips. Let them fall onto your support. And a deep breath into your belly. Exhale and relax your shoulders. Feel for releasing any tension that you don't need here so that you can enjoy the stretch. And after that third exhale, press into your feet, lift your hips up off of your support, and slowly lower your hips back down to the ground. You can place your support to the side. And then from here, bring your feet in together and let your knees open out to the sides into Supta Baddha Konasana or reclined cobbler's pose. If this is too intense for your hips, you can place support like rolled up towels or pillows underneath your thighs, or you can use fists underneath your thighs for easy support that's already handy. If it feels very comfortable, maybe lay your hands on your belly or out to the sides, whatever feels good for you. And we'll take a few slow, deep breaths here. As you exhale, feel for the weight of your hips dropping into the earth, letting go. Inhale and expand your breath into your belly and your hips. Exhale, relax your jaw. Let your shoulders soften. Give yourself permission to rest, to find ease, to let go. Our periods really aren't a time for handstands and backflips and crazy hours at work. They're a time for rest. Your body is already doing so much work on the inside that it's taking up a lot of your energy, and that's okay. So if you're beating yourself up about something you didn't do today or something that's overdue, some deadline, groceries that didn't get purchased, a bed that didn't get made, whatever it is, just for a moment, exhale through your mouth and let it go. You don't have to be perfect. You don't have to be on all the time. And we'll take one more deep breath here. Exhale, let it go through your mouth. And then place your hands outside of your thighs and use your hands to close your knees back together like a book. Windshield wiper your knees side to side, let them fall to the left and to the right. Just kind of easing up and sending some more, there's already plenty of blood flow, but some more blood flow into different parts of your hips. And then roll over onto one side and gently press yourself all the way up to a comfortable seat. Thank you so much for joining me today. My name again is Adriana with NeoraFit. I hope that you have a pleasant period if that's possible. And I hope to see you on the mat again soon. Namaste.